We bring in our subsidies, our products at a certain price, and we sell them to the operators at about a third of that price, or even less than a third of that price. However, they are resold to the masses at over twice the amount the midline operators get them.
This was the position of the People's Democratic Party whilst in power in 2015. However, the All Progressives Congress, which was the opposition party at the time, categorized the government's decision as one which will cause untold suffering to Nigerians. On several occasions, it openly accused the Goodluck Jonathan-led government to have embezzled funds and using the petrol subsidy as a guise, though the government of the day defended its stance that it could no longer pay $8 billion per annum on subsidy, citing similar issues as its reason.
Who is subsidizing Nigerians? Nigerian oil. Whose oil is it? We had 4 refineries with a capacity of 480,000 barrels a day. Let's see if they are equal. Because of corruption, they have virtually allowed those refineries, to become so inefficient that I don't think they produce half their capacity.
Fast forward to 2016, after the APC won the presidential election, the price of petrol increased from 87 naira to 145 naira per litre, a sharp contrast to one of its numerous promises to Nigerians. Since then, increase in fuel price is synonymous to the APC. The Buhari administration has blamed these on many factors, which include low crude prices, exchange rate, and other factors, therefore calling for a deregulation of the nation's downstream sector.
We simply invited all the stakeholders. Say, why have you not been able to bring in fuel? And they told us, we cannot because we have no access to foreign exchange. Okay, let's sit down. What are the options? And they advise us that if they can be allowed to source their foreign exchange from the subsidiary market, then we can sit down together and work out the template. So we sat with them. It's okay. What is the cost of dollar in the market we are going to? They gave us. We added transportation. We added insurance and logistics, and we said, given this, you can still make a profit if you sell between 135 and 145.
The PDP, as the main opposition party, has been vocal about the inconsistencies of this administration and on several occasions has accused the government of deliberately causing untold hardship to Nigerians, as it lacked the capacity and experience needed to drive the nation's economy.
Prior to the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari, he, Mr. President, had declared fuel subsidy a fraud. And Nigerians can also recall that in the last 5 years, there have been overcharges on fuel price, particularly since the fall of oil prices in the international market. Our party hereby invites the federal government to declare and surrender the proceeds of the overcharges for the benefit of Nigerians and for product availability at affordable prices. Government must also not hide under the deregulation policy that they are pushing now to sweep the issue of overcharge and the subsidy fraud in the last 5 years under the carpet.
Following the recommendations of the committee headed by Governor Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai of Kaduna State, the Nigerian Governors Forum has okayed the full deregulation of the country's downstream oil sector to make pump price tally with global oil prices. This means that the pump price is expected to be around 385 naira per litre. They explained that the country can no longer continue to sustain a subsidy regime to keep the fuel prices stable, which was the same reasons they condemned in the past. Also, the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, has said the rise in the price of petrol is unavoidable. According to the Director General of MAN, Segun Ajayi Kadir, he explained that regardless of the arguments around subsidy removal and the potential effect on the cost of production and on average Nigerians, the product could not be insulated from the laws of demand and supply. The Director General added that the rise in the price of crude oil signals the inevitable increase in the landing cost of premium motor spirit in the country. However, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva, had earlier denied insinuations that the federal government had plans to increase the pump price of premium motor spirit in June 2021. He then added that the current price of petrol will be retained in the month of June until the ongoing engagement with organized labor is concluded. Prior to this time, hike in petrol prices have been an issue worthy of concern in the country. Looking at the hike in fuel prices in 2015, former Minister of Petroleum Diziani Alison Madueke announced the reduction in fuel price from 97 naira to 87 naira. The price has, however, continued to rise ever since, trickling into the gradual increase in the prices of other commodities as well, thereby inflicting untold hardship on citizens. What then is the hope of millions of Nigerians who have been expecting a better economy following the ascension to power of the current administration? Sagir Ibrahim, reporting for TOS Television News.